win the right way, and the rematch. Triple G versus Canelo, live on HBO pay-per-view from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. This contest brought to you in association with ALA Promotions and KO International. Whole bout tonight sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Chairman John Carvelli, Executive Officer Andy Foster. For tonight,
both of your trunks are a little high. This is legal here. This is legal here. Touch gloves. Good luck. And with Nietes, he's a veteran. Subtle things in there that's definitely going to get your attention and get Reveco's attention as well.
Fighting at a measured pace.
Punches when the other guy doesn't want to engage. He disengages when the other guy wants to engage.
And he only does what he has to.
You can see that Reveco is trying to get to the body with wide winging shots.
He's a very aggressive fighter. He has a high punch count, but he knows that
Limited to a considerably slower pace tonight by the tactical effectiveness of Donnie Nietes. Reveco sneaks in a right hand to the body. Nietes misses with the right upstairs.
That's a really good combination to the body that Reveco landed, especially the right hand.
Advice and help from Freddie Roach, but
he also got some good rounds in with Brian Valordi. But fought a great fight. It was a great fight at that point.
United States Olympian, brilliant prospect coming out, has had a bit of a hard luck career.
A popular fighter when he turned pro, an Olympian, an offensive fighter, a crowd pleaser, a good personality.
That's a veteran tactic and a veteran move.
So great, Andre, that you cited the subtlety of it. I was just getting ready to say, by Nietes, who doesn't have to do much.
Slipped and picked a punch with his left glove. He landed a jab right when very crafty guy.
These are the kinds of moves that the opponent, when he watches Nietes do that, say to himself, you know, this guy's really good. I'm not able to do what I want to do.
Jim, my predecessor in this seat, Nietes is like a really seasoned quarterback in the pocket. Look at that.
By Nietes, while Reveco was missing upstairs. And now Reveco comes back with a couple of body shots of his own. But in the closing seconds of round two, already by CompuBox count, Nietes is doubling Reveco in landed punches. Donnie Nietes' ring nickname is the Tagalog word for snake.
You know, I bring this metaphor up from time to time. And the most interesting games are the master against the expert because you see the subtle differences. The way he picks punches, the calmness in the pocket, the countering, the pacing.
Nietes' case, he's had a lot more good experiences than he's on a 14-year winning streak. Filipino champion in boxing history. That's for a reason.
The fact is, if you're a long-reigning belt holder, chances are you're going to have an off night.
Absolutely.
World-class opponent without a lot of fanfare. You can come in underprepared, or you just didn't have it that night, and Nietes hasn't had that.
Consistency in this game. We get excited with the shooting star, but show me the guy that has success against top competition over an extended period of time. That's the guy that gets me excited.
Under 2017. But as his experiences with Srisaket Sorum Visai show, the world of boxing, there's somebody out there who has your number. And Chocolatito Gonzalez could never have really known.
They tend to age very quickly once they hit about 30.
He's a very good fighter. He keeps the fight where he wants it, you know. His ring generalship is...
Then that,
but
can be very few.
In a very specific way. He doesn't remind me of Andreas. He dictates what's happening. He frustrates his opponent with a rhythm that upsets his opponent. In that respect, he's very much like Andre, I think.
If you know anything about Reveco, like we mentioned earlier in the telecast, Reveco's a lot of punches and he's aggressive. But you see Nietes, who's the consummate professional, he's the veteran. His nickname is Snake. He's almost like a snake charmer. I don't even think he realizes that right now.
And yet Nietes is right in front of him, and he can't land the punches.
Throw just a little bit more each round until he gets the shots that he wants to get, and you'll look up and he'll either score a knockout, or you'll look up and the fight will be over and he's won most of the rounds. That's how it goes.
I don't know what the booing is. Boring fight, a little bit one-sided, obviously, but you're seeing a lot of it here. And it's not as though he's not moving his hands. Hands and punches are flying.
The boxing cultures that spawn the fighters on the card, they expect to see aggressive fighters with an offensive bent. That's what they're used to.
More risk-taking.
Exactly.
If I had to guess, I think Reveco is thinking right now that everything I heard about Donnie Nietes is true.
Louder in round 8 and 9.
I like what, I mean, I don't know, I see two guys throwing punches. Look, here comes Reveco. His hands are moving. Nietes' hands are moving. They're just also both playing defense.
Right?
Good fight so far.
Once again, Nietes ducks and slips a few punches and sneaks in a left hook.
Under attack, he stays calm the whole time. And for the young fighters watching at home, that's something to look at. It's not always the flashy defensive move under composure. Excuse me, keeping composure under fire. And Nietes has done that this whole fight.
4 years on the Argentine national team, and Marcus Maidana. And acknowledge that they are the kinds of fighters that Argentine fans love to watch. And that fight between Maidana and Nietes could ever conceivably take place. And he smiled and said, well, for Maidana, that's unlikely it's ever going to happen.
To lose their discipline, to just start winging shots. But it's actually a remaining discipline, even when their opponent...
And it's tough to give Reveco some type of game plan right now that he can't box on the outside. If he comes inside, Reveco's in a real tough spot right now in this fight.
Yeah, it's hard to hit.
To be, but Nietes is comfortable inside.
Los Angeles looking at a couple of 112-pound fighters. The guy in the purple trunks, the division. Hard left hook by Nietes. Follows it up with a two-punch combination.
The master versus the expert, you know, in order to establish his rhythm.
Yeah, that's Reveco's, that's his rhythm. That's how he gets himself going. It's almost like a telegraph where he'll stick a jab out, slow down. A jab to the stomach just to let Reveco know, I see what you're doing, and I'm not going to let you get revved up and get started. Reveco's doing the right thing right now. He's going to have to sell out a little bit, be willing to get hit, because if he stays back and allows Nietes to snake charm him, he's going to be on the end of Nietes' punches all night long.
But eventually in this fight, if it continues this way, you're right. Reveco, what he's doing, it's not working. It will be time to go to plan B.
Which he's been doing this round. He's had some more success.
That Reveco left hook was one of the best punches he's landed in the fight. But he had to eat 5 or 6 good punches just to get in position to throw.
Well, the difficulty with plan B oftentimes is it involves selling out, and it can hasten the fighter's demise. In order to give themselves a chance to actually win, they have to...
This is actually Reveco's plan B. This is a fighter, and he's aggressive, and he likes to throw a lot of punches. Was to lay back and try to think with the master thinker, and that's where he went wrong. This round, this is who Juan Carlos Reveco really is.
One of James Toney's favorite defenders, too. Reveco got hurt with something at the end of that round.
Here's a replay.
Here we see Nietes squat down. He's looking. Short right hand, missed the left hook, but that right hand had Reveco out on his feet. He's out right now. And Nietes knows it, and he's coming back after this round to try to finish the show.
And now the between rounds clock has stopped.
Short right hand from Nietes right on the button.
See, his balance is shot. His legs are gone.
That's why he's running like that, to try to get his leg. But watch the veteran. He's going to start to pick it up.
But now Nietes has a sitting duck in front of him.
Yeah. think this is highly questionable for the California Commission.
Come to me. Come to me. Come to me.
His corners allow him to continue. His legs are not obeying his brain.
Questionable for everybody, and now somebody in the corner is waving a white flag, and intelligently so. What's the point? It's another look at the end.
So Nietes knows that Reveco's hurt, so now you start to see him put some power behind those punches. He commits more knowing that Reveco's hurt. He closes the distance, he goes to the body with both hands and tries to finish up top. And Reveco's done. He's finished.
You know, Andre, we saw a good young fighter a couple months ago.
The winner by knockout victory and still WBO flyweight